Good afternoon, welcome back. This is Saima if you haven't met me before. In today's video, I'm going to talk about I'm 27 weeks pregnant now, and I had my oral GTT test, glucose tolerance test, and it came back positive. And I'm going to share my experience, how I felt, and what are the symptoms I was experiencing in the pregnancy. And it's still going on. Hasn't finished yet. I mean, it's still early for the labor and things like that. So yeah, so I had my glucose tolerance test. Usually they do it at 28 weeks of pregnancy here. So yeah, I just went for the test yesterday, no, on Thursday, and the doctor called me on Friday saying that it came back positive, but it's just a little bit above the borderline. So I felt really sad. I almost cried, but the doctor said nothing to worry about. It's treatable, it's manageable, so I shouldn't be worrying. I think the problem was because after my first delivery, I could never lose weight. And if you've seen me in the videos, I'm not very tall lady. I'm 5'1" only, 5'1" only. Yeah, so I'm a short lady, and I gained weight in my first pregnancy, almost like I was I think 58, and I became 94. So I think it's like 40 kgs or 30 to 40 kgs. So after that I could never lose. The hardly I went down was 70 kgs after the delivery, after 1 year of my son was born, and I could hardly lose any weight. So that's my fault. I didn't try much. So I would suggest you, all of you, if you are a new mom and or you have kids, try to be healthy, try to stay active, and try to lose weight if you can, if you have time. For me here in the UK, it was a bit hard because I was working 4 days a week, and 3 days when I was off, my husband was working. So he was working, and then I was always with my son, and then I had to do all of the things at home as well, doing all the household chores, and managing my time with everything else. So I couldn't give myself enough time. So yeah, before getting pregnant, I was already heavyweight. That was one of the risk factor for me getting the diabetes. Yeah, and also whenever I was home, I would try to do rest as much as I could, because obviously working 4 days and 2 days with the childcare, and I was only left with 1 day. We were only left with 1 day when me and my husband were home together to look after our son. So it's not easy at all here in the UK with the kids, with the work and household. It's hard work, honestly guys. If you are living in the UK, you will understand the situation, and you will completely agree with me. So yeah, I believe that was my fault. I could never give time to myself to lose weight. So being fat, being big was the problem of me getting glucose tolerance positive. Also, whenever my job also was changed, right? So before, I was a band 5 nurse, so running around all the time was not letting me gain any weight. Now when I became band 6, most of the times, like, we sit down and on the chair, and is more like the work from the brain, right? Answering the calls, dealing with the complaints, dataxes, or doing everything on the computer. So it became more like sedentary job for me as well. So my lifestyle was a bit sedentary. So I wouldn't blame anyone else. I would just blame myself that I couldn't lose weight. That was the reason that I gained I got this positive. And also, it's only like 28 weeks, and I'm already, you can feel that I'm already breathless. But yeah, what to do? It's the mom's life. The mom's life. I could never lose weight. Yeah guys, so honest opinion from a sister, from a mother, from a friend, try to lose if you can. Try to work on yourself, right? This is the biggest lesson I learned from my own experience, that give yourself some time. Try to do some yoga or exercise, or do go for a walk if you can. Because for us, like for us Asian, Indian, Pakistanis, we are sometimes like bound to the household things and to the kids, and we don't give enough time to ourselves. If you can't do the gym, if you don't want to go to the gym, it's all right, just stay at home and do yoga if you want to, or running, or you can get a treadmill and start walking on that one. So it was a bit hard for me. I was the first time mother, and also the job, as I mentioned earlier. Yeah, so my glucose tolerance test came back positive. I will have appointment with the diabetic nurse on Monday. She will tell me what to do next. I was very sad and tearful yesterday. It was our wedding anniversary as well, but I couldn't, I was so stressed. I couldn't celebrate, or I couldn't express myself completely to my husband, because he said, when I told him, he said, it's all right, nothing to worry about. You don't need to be thinking about it. Keep on thinking about it. It's treatable, it's manageable. But back in my mind, you know how it feels. So I was a bit sad after the news, and also because I'm heavyweight, so they told me that the Dopplers are a little bit high, so the blood flow from my body to the placenta is very high as well, and it just makes me feel like it's a bit complicated. Everything is becoming a bit complicated after gaining weight, and it feels like it's my fault. I couldn't control my tears. So yeah, so being away from the family and your loved ones, it does make a difference. I feel like if I were at home, maybe they could help me with the child care, or they could help me with some bits that I couldn't do it alone here. But yeah, it is what it is, right? So moving on. Yeah, so on Monday I'll make a short video about what the midwife is going, not the midwife, the diabetic nurse is going to say about my test results. But I asked her, is it very high? She said no, it's just above the borderline. But to be honest, throughout the pregnancy I was not eating much. I was not even feeling hungry at all, and sometimes even I would eat my dinner around 7:30 or 8 p.m. and the next morning 9 or 10 a.m. I will still be not hungry. So I don't know if it's really gestational diabetes or something else, because I never felt the symptoms of being hypo or hyper, hypoglycemic or hyperglycemic. So, but sometimes I do feel dizzy. Other than that, I don't have any other symptoms, same symptoms as with my son. So I didn't have any nausea, vomiting, or anything weird. But the only difference I noted was I'm more tired. With my first pregnancy also, towards the end I was very breathless, so it's the same thing again. But I feel more tired, and I feel like sometimes I don't have energy in my legs. So basically maybe when I'm hypo, I don't have energy in my body at all, and I feel dizzy. So that could be the symptoms that I'm noticing. Otherwise I think asymptomatic, because I was not feeling hungry. Some people who are diabetic, they'll feel hungry almost all the time. So I wasn't feeling any hungry. I wasn't eating much, not many carbs. But as our food, you know, we eat roti chawal all the time, rice, and they are full of carbs. So yeah, if we are from Asian countries, these are our foods, so we can't avoid those ones. So probably that could be the reason. And yeah, just look after yourself, guys. Look after yourself, whether you're a mom or daughter, or wife or sister. You need to give yourself enough time to rest and relax, and be active as much as you can. I know it's easy to say than done, but this is what is going to live with you for long. See now, being overweight, I became gestational diabetic. Scan was not okay because obviously I'm overweight, I'm short, and the blood flow is very high. Luckily the blood pressure is normal so far. Fingers crossed. I'm so bad. Yeah, so I'm also worried about my blood pressure, but every time I check it's always normal. And same with my blood sugar. I was always checking, like many times I checked and it was always low. I don't know, I'm still in the denial phase that I'm gestational diabetic. But if you have a similar experience, let me know in the comment section. I was not making any videos recently because I wasn't feeling in the mood to do it because I was pregnant. I was just lazy. Yeah, as I said, I'm tired all the time, so I was not thinking about doing anything. But to change my mind, to change my inner self, I think I need to divert my attention to something else. So I decided to just do it today. Alright guys, if you have any questions, on Monday I'll make a video about my review from the diabetic nurse, and we'll tell you about it. Take care. Bye bye.